Hi, today we'll be discussing on DOHNS OSCE or the MRCS ENT OSCE exam and how to pass it in the first attempt itself. This is an OSCE exam, that is an objective structured clinical examination which tests the knowledge, clinical skills, communication skills and professional attributes of a doctor who intend to join the ENT department in trainee position. The exam is renamed as MRCS ENT OSCE and this will take effect from the February 2022 session. And the format and content of the exam will be the same as it was in the DOHNS OSCE exam. The exam is conducted by 4 Royal Colleges, that is the England, Edinburgh, Glasgow and Ireland. Coming to the exam pattern, nowadays it is conducted as a hybrid exam, that is partly online and partly offline. It has same paper for all the colleges and usually conducted 3 times a year at one host center in February, May and October. So this I'll explain to you. The October 21 session that I had attended, there the exam was conducted in all the 4 Royal Colleges because of COVID restrictions. But in that case also the online exam that is common for everyone, the questions are same. In the offline, that is the man station, maybe the stations may differ from college to college, but this doesn't happen always. Nowadays, in the recent exam, they conducted it in one single center. It can be either England, Edinburgh, Glasgow or Ireland. So it is usually like that in a single host center. You must pass Part A MRCS normally before applying for the Part B or the MRCS ENT OSCE exam, and must give the exam within 7 years of completion of Part A. The maximum attempts is 4 and the fee is 997 GBP. So it's a costly exam. It will cost around 1 lakh Indian rupees. So give it after preparing well. Previously, it used to be 25 to 30 stations of 7 minutes each with 3 to 5 rest stations in between. But nowadays, it's around 20 online non-man stations and 4 man stations. The exam is completely in English. The results are issued by the college to which the candidate has applied for the exam. Coming to the day 1, the non-man stations, you will have 20 questions of around 2.5 hours in total, where we will be expected to spend around 7 minutes for each station. But as it is an online exam, so you can move around and you can flag the questions which you have doubt and then come back to it. So you will be given a time of around 7 minutes to spend in each, but there is no timer. So you can take more time for one station and less time for another. So it's up to you. As I said, it's a remote exam delivery, that is online exam from the October 2020 session. The written component of the exam is delivered remotely using the Practic system with remote proctoring services provided by Proctor Exam. You will have one written communication skill in the non-man station, which can be either operative note, transfer letter or discharge letter. Then there can be the questions which are related to clinical photos, clinical scenario, anatomy, radiology, audiology, instruments, histology and general ENT. The numbers given in the bracket are just an approximate number, so it will vary. So these are the areas that you have to concentrate on. It can be anything related to ENT. Coming to the man stations, it is usually conducted 1 or 2 days after the non-man stations which were conducted online. There will be 4 man stations with 3 free stations in between, which are conducted in the Royal Colleges. You will be given either history taking, breaking bad news, consent, explanation or examination. So nowadays the examination was most commonly flexible nasal endoscopy or FNE, but it can be anything like examination of the ear, nose, throat or neck, anything can, or thyroid, anything can come. But nowadays due to the COVID situation, it was more commonly flexible nasal endoscopy, where you were expected to explain it to the patient, perform it in a mannequin, then again they will be giving clinical photos which you have to draw. So like that, there will be sub questions in it. but refer to the Royal College in syllabus for confirmation always. So I'm just giving an idea. You have to refer to the Royal College site. Who should give this exam? Anyone who is interested in the ENT specialty can give this exam. And when should you give it? The eligibility is just a primary medical qualification which is acceptable to the GMC UK and the Royal Colleges. And you should have passed MRCS Part A before giving this exam. It is recommended to have at least 6 months in full or equivalent part-time experience in ENT before giving this exam. So it is not a must criteria. You just need a primary medical qualification for giving this exam, but even I would suggest that if you have at least 6 months of experience in ENT, that will help in giving this exam, because you will have the confidence to answer the questions. So as soon as you feel confident, you can give the exam. When did I give? It was after completing my MS ENT from India. How to book the exam? You can book it directly from the Royal College sites of England, Edinburgh, Glasgow and Ireland. The links are in the description box, and please read all the instructions carefully before booking the exam. Time required to prepare for the exam? You should give around 3 months for preparation. How to prepare for the exam? First, book the exam. As I said for MRCS Part A also, once you book the exam, you will have the seriousness for it. The most common resources for this is the Master Pass or the Doctors Academy 50 OSCE Stations book or the Pass Test Total Revision book and the ENTSR book. So these are the most commonly used resources. The resources that I used was a course by Dr. Osama called as DOHNS Master Course. They start the course around 3 to 4 months prior, and for the man station they have previous recall lectures, mock exam or the descriptive lectures comprising of every aspect of ENT that is required for the exam. And for the man station they have weekly practice sessions as well as communication skill notes. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just explaining what I had done. So regarding the course, it is up to you whether to join or not. I would suggest the persons who are not currently working in the UK or in the NHS, it is better to join the course, because the exam pattern will be different from what we have followed or what we follow in the day-to-day basis in our country. So if you are working in the NHS, it is in the similar way that they explain to the patient the breaking bad news, and all that steps are almost similar. So for them, it is not necessary to join a course. For the people who are coming from abroad, who are applying from abroad, it is better to join a course. I feel it can be any course that you like. This is the one that I attended, and I don't have much idea about the other courses, so that's why I haven't mentioned it here. The most important thing in regard to the exam preparation is to practice the man stations every day. If you have a study partner, that will be the best thing. Practice every day or at least 4 to 5 times a week. Revise the previous year recall questions, because it will be repeated, and practice typing, as these questions are not MCQ questions that we had in part A. These are descriptive questions. So for each of the 20 stations that you have online, they will be having 6 to 10 sub questions in it, which you have to type very fast. So practice typing every day. Attend and revise mock exams also. So if you are part of a course, they will be having mock exams, or else there are mock exams conducted by different courses and all. Just you can attend the mock exam alone if you want. So, and revise that too. Revise the mistakes and try to attend as much as mock exams possible. So why did I join the course? It's because it's a group of people with the same goal. So everyone is contributing in one or the other way, and we can have a better assessment about our performance, because we were practicing the band stations in the online session. So we can have feedback from other colleagues and assess our performance. Then as we have already paid for the course, then we can just focus on the materials provided. We don't need to go for more and more materials. So for what I did was, I didn't even study the other books that I have mentioned. I just followed the resources given by the course, and that was sufficient for me. We can clarify our mistakes and doubts from more experienced people in the group, and because of the lack of time, I preferred to stick to the course. And we can get updated information about the exam, because everyone in the telegram group of that course will be discussing every day about the exam, any updation, any changes in the exam pattern, everything. We will get the information very quickly if we are in a course. So that is what I felt. And even for traveling to the UK, we can make friends and travel with them. So in my case, I had a we had a subgroup where we all traveled almost on the same time. We were staying on the same accommodation, so it all helped a lot. Because we are going to a new country to give an exam, so it's a very challenging situation for us. So if you are a part of a course, or if we have friends who are giving the same exam, so it will be very easy for us. Coming to the day of the exam, so try to relax on that day. Don't revise more, and check and confirm your Wi-Fi or internet setup, especially because you are in a new country. So confirm that the internet is working well. Set up your room. Keep in hand the help desk hotline number. Just in case anything goes wrong, you can contact them immediately. And the laptop is locked during the exam and is under surveillance, so that's why you have to keep the number in hand, so because you won't be able to go to your Gmail or anything to get the number. And keep yourself hydrated. The device requirements are, in the Mac it should be minimum 10.12 Sierra, Windows should be minimum Windows 7. You should have 20 GB free space in the PC or the laptop. Minimum RAM is 4 and 8 GB is recommended. The internet connectivity is needed more during the download and upload, and even during the exam also, due to the proctoring system. And you cannot use a hotspot connection. Keep the laptop fully charged, and during the exam you can see that the answers will be appearing amber color when you are offline, and it will change to blue when the Wi-Fi is regained. So don't close the exam before all the answers are showing blue color. Coming to the day of the man station. So as I said, the man station is conducted in the Royal College directly. So you have to carry few documents with you. That is, it can be the current passport or the driver's license, which has your name, signature and photograph. Keep your hall ticket also with you. The dress code is usually formals, where you should the face should be exposed. Arms should be bare below the elbow. You should not use tie. No jewelry on the hands or the wrist except for the wedding rings. Coming to the passing criteria and the results. It requires to achieve a total pass mark of around 65 to 70% in order to pass the exam. So aim to get at least 70%. The results are published in the Royal College site that you have applied to, usually within 2 to 3 weeks after the exam. My score was 80%, and I think it was achievable because I was part of this active group by Dr. Osama. So it helped me a lot. There were many questions that were repeated, and even the man station was actually, it felt very familiar, because we were used to practice daily with a study partner as well as in the online sessions. So the joining the course was very helpful according to me, but it varies from person to person, so you can decide by yourself whether you need a course or not. Coming to the membership, so once a candidate passes both the exam, they are eligible for election as a member of the Royal College of Surgeons, with which they have completed the DOHNS OSCE exam for getting the MRCS ENT Diploma Award. And the fee for registration is around 225 GBP if you are from India, and it varies from country to country. For me, it was around 225 GBP, the membership fee. So I hope I was able to give an idea about the MRCS ENT OSCE exam or the DOHNS OSCE exam. And still, if you have any further queries, please comment in the comment section below. Thank you.